As you can see, it's going to be smaller. So what this is going to do is, I'm going to go down here and select my media destination. I have my media manager export set up. You can set it for anywhere you want. I'm going to hit OK. Select my destination and name it. I'm just going to leave it untitled. Click Save. The frame rate of the present chosen for recompression differs from the items. The present frame rate will be ignored. OK. And it starts writing the video. Now what this is doing is converting all of my video in my timeline to Apple ProRes 422 or whatever I set it to be. Now after this finishes, I can go get all of my recompressed Apple 422, bring it into my timeline, and no rendering will be necessary. If you use the Media Manager to recompress all your media before bringing it into Final Cut, you will not have to render anything except on a change. So now let me go back up here and show you a couple other little things here under the Media Manager. Make sure you have recompress media reference by duplicated items. Make sure you put it on recompress and not anything else. As you can see, you can copy, move, or whatever you want to recompress. So now what that does is, if I go to my Finder and go to the place where I stored it, if I can find the place where I stored it, right here is all of my clips converted to Apple ProRes 422. And when I bring these into my Apple ProRes 422 sequence, I won't have to render. And now there's one more way to do that if you don't want to use the Media Manager. Say you don't want to make them all Apple ProRes. Say you want to make the HDV a ProRes and you want to make the next one H.264. Well, you can do that, but not with Media Manager. Media Manager exports them all into the same format. What you want to do is select your clips, go up to File, and select your clips in the browser. Click and drag and highlight around them. Go up to File, Batch Export instead of Media Manager. Now what Batch Export will do will bring up this little window like this right here. You have all of them selected. Go down here, just click Settings. Now see, if I want to click, I'm going to select Elliot Sanders clip. I'm going to go to Select Settings. And here's all my settings. You can set a destination where it's going to be at and the format it's going to be. Apple QuickTime Movie. I always leave mine as a QuickTime Movie. And then you can select what codec you want it to be. I'm going to make this one Apple ProRes 422. I'm going to say OK. I'm going to HDV. I'm going to set the settings for HDV. I'm going to make this one DVC Pro. And this next one I'm going to make H.264 by hitting the settings button. I'll make this an H.264. Or we'll make it XDCAM or uncompressed 8-bit. Say OK. And remember, you want to recompress all frames. You don't want to leave that out. Okay. So now that we've got all that set up, we have all of our settings set to how we want. We just go to Export. Bam. Hit the export button and it will start exporting these clips in to the location you told it to, into the setting that you told it to. So if you just want to convert all your clips into the same setting, say Apple ProRes, use the Media Manager. If you want to convert them into separate, different settings, use the batch export. So remember, convert all your, most of the time I do this as a professional thing, and I just, from what I've picked up at work, my habits carry over at home. So I set my timeline and sequence settings to Apple ProRes 422. I convert all of my clips with the Media Manager to Apple ProRes 422 before bringing them into the timeline. Then I edit in the timeline with Apple ProRes, all that good stuff, and then I export as Apple ProRes from Final Cut Pro, and then I run it through compressor as H.264. I leave it in the 422 format until my very final export. So there you go, guys. I hope these render settings and things have helped a lot. If you have any questions, get a hold of me at www.finalcutstudioschool.com, because I have all of my contact information there. Or, as always, right here on YouTube at emeek77. So I know this is confusing. I'm sure some of you all have some questions. Just email me, comment, private message, any way you can, guys. I'm here to help. We'll see y'all next time.